Hey guys, this is Jay Calderon with Jay Unboxing here, giving you my personal prediction for the Cruiserweight Championship bout between Lawrence Okolie and Krzysztof Glowacki. And remember, this is just my take. Yours can be left down in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Let's get into this fight, though. So we have Okolie versus Glowacki, which is for the vacant WBO Cruiserweight title. This will be taking place at the SSE Arena in London, England on Saturday, airing on DAZN in the States here and on Sky Sports across the pond. It's a very solid fight between an unbeaten Okolie and a veteran Glowacki. Now, what's interesting about this, of course, is Okolie seems ready for this move, really. I mean, he's been guided pretty slowly, and he's really now ready to ascend into that world picture, but this is just the sort of fight that could leave him tripping up against a veteran like Glowacki. Now, what I believe both need to win. Let's start with Okolie here. What I think he needs to do to start off and do some damage early on to gain his foe's respect is to land over the top. Glowacki has a solid defense and keeps his hands glued to the side of his face most of the time. Now, you can either shoot around that or go over the top of that. And considering his length, it would seem to make more sense for Okolie to land over the top from range. This will allow for him to have some success landing those shots, staying relatively safe in the process, and still finding a way to penetrate that guard. What he does want to make sure of is that when he starts to go downstairs, which Okolie does like to do, he's not shooting those from too far out. He can't throw from too far out when it comes to the body shots. Okolie can occasionally throw them from too far away, which leaves you obviously vulnerable to those straight shots upstairs on you. And this is especially true when he throws to the body, so he has to make sure that he phases that out of his repertoire as he moves along his career. Finally, I would say that he needs to keep a measured pace. Don't get too excited, but don't seize up. Just keep it nice and smooth. Now, this should be okay. This should be within Okolie's wheelhouse. He's a measured guy. He's been moved along pretty well. So just keeping his shots neat, moving smoothly, and being patient throughout should serve him well. Now, for Glowacki to win, I think he needs to be patient. Let Okolie mess up. That's one of the sort of things I think should give Glowacki the best chance to win, because again, while I think Okolie should do the same, there's a better chance of the inexperienced guy not doing that. So for Glowacki, he needs to be the veteran here. He should look to set traps that the younger Okolie doesn't see coming. When Okolie throws from too far out, he needs to be ready to pounce. Maybe with that big left hook or something that can set up an easy 1-2 and just get some scoring shots in, make the younger man perhaps question himself. And of course, he needs to use his strength, so he needs to use that defense. He's known for having a sturdy defense that allows for him to, not give too much away. Now, while you can't sit back and forget to throw, you want to make sure you're protecting yourself as Okolie gets frustrated, and then you can look to counter when he's struggling to find answers. And finally, for Glowacki, I would say is feints, feints, feints. Another way to set those traps and still stay defensively responsible while not having to throw so much is with feints. If Okolie is nervous or tight, feints could make him bite more than normal and open him up for those bigger shots, but they can be done in a way that's measured and still, again, defensively responsible. Now, ultimately here, my pick, I'm leaning towards Okolie on this one. He has the length and the youth on his side and has been moved along patiently, so he should have the temperament and maturity to put on a responsible performance. The question is whether or not it will be an entertaining one. It can be. Okolie sticks out that long jab, lands those bigger shots over the top, and then just moves and glides and makes it easier for himself. It could be one-sided, but still fairly entertaining and relatively safe, all things considered. But if he's looking to hold and really just tries to manage the danger that way, the fight could really drag. Either way, I still expect Okolie to win via comfortable decision. The betting odds for this fight is Okolie's a decent favorite in his first real step up, landing at -325 with Glowacki sitting at +250. For me, there are two bets you could possibly make here. Either you think Glowacki pulls off the minor upset and then you're loving these odds, or you think Okolie wins and you have another bet with similar odds that you might want to parlay for fun with a smaller bet. Outside of that, though, I mean, they're a little wider than you'd like, but if you're a very big believer in Okolie, it's not the craziest bet I've ever seen laid. Predictions going into this weekend, I have a record of 6-4-1 with 3 exact, so take that for what you will. Let me know what you guys think, though, down in the comments. Would love to hear your thoughts, predictions, bets, so on and so forth. Please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow at jcalderon_JOB. You can email me at junboxing@gmail.com. Would love to hear from you there. Also, be sure to check out junboxing.com for schedule, results, betting odds, rankings, and more. And as always, until next time.